Welcome to this demo of the Site Circle Advisory. Now, what we're going to do in this video is we're going to be showing you how the Google form, the contacts page, was updated into a MySQL database automatically. So if we select the Contact Us page, as we're going to do now, and we'll fill in one of the forms, and we'll do this live as such. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to enter in some details of, let's say, demo. I'll give it a demo address of demo@gmit. We'll just make up a phone number. The company name will just leave as GMIT, and we'll just say that this is to show that it's auto. Now, what we're trying to achieve with this setup is that we can take a Google form, fill in our contact details or comments or whatever that they want to gather from the user for the site owner, install it into or get it to automatically update into a Google spreadsheet. Now, when this is done, we have access to the Google spreadsheet of all the comments to come in, and we can set that up to send us an email that there is a comment. But we might also want to do more kind of substantial things with them, like a query to find out how many customers contact us on a particular day, or depending on the type of business, we can run more advanced and complex queries through the MySQL on the PHP out through PHP MyAdmin. So when we click submit, as we can see here, we've got the Circle Consulting Contact Us has been submitted. If we go into my spreadsheet, this is the Circle Consulting form, and then this is the website or the spreadsheet that has been updated immediately from that submission, as we can see here at the bottom. Now, we might have to wait a couple of minutes while the system of the Zap is going to be checking to see if a new row was added into this Google spreadsheet. And by doing so, what we're trying to achieve here is that every time somebody puts in a comment, the Zap goes in, it checks to see each of the rows, see if any of the rows have been updated in my Google spreadsheet. If they have, it'll come back out and it'll perform a task. So the trigger is the update in the Google spreadsheet. That's our trigger. So we can set up the form and then we pick a particular spreadsheet through my own account. So whether it be the owner of the website or yourself that's going to be handling it, you'll set up the Google spreadsheet on their Google Drive. Now, once that's been done, we then have to get the Zap to check. So when it checks in, it goes in there and it checks to see what table is being updated. But then it takes that information and it has to create its own select insert. So in order to do that, then we add in a new row. That's going to be our action. And when we go in to add the new row, we go in, we tell it where we want. So we have to give it all the details of our MySQL database, which would be its username and its password and where it's located. So once that's done, we can set up a template then that takes the information where we've just got from the row in our Google spreadsheet, and we now put it into a format which can be inputted into the MySQL database. So if you can see in the first one, we have a timestamp, then we have the username, and we pick them out from the list of when Google spreadsheet went in and found these. This is where it found the setup, and we pick one for each of our own columns that are in the database. And once that's done, then you can test it and you can make sure that it's inputting into the PHP MyAdmin properly. So here's the MySQL database, and here what we're trying to do, I'm just going to show you now before it comes in. It hasn't been checked and there's no record of our latest Google form yet. So I'll refresh this a couple of times and we'll see it takes between 5 minutes and 15 minutes depending on which type of package you have with the Zapper. So if it's a business one, it'll be done every 5 minutes, and a personal page it'll be done every 15 minutes. So we'll just refresh this in a second and we'll see if there's any change in the database. So it shouldn't take long. So I might have to pause the video for just a minute while we wait for it. So now, for the hosting, what I'm using is free MySQL hosting, which is a free to use service based on the fact that you cannot pay for it, but if you don't want to pay for it, you just have to extend your account once a month. So they send you an email and you can extend that account once a month. For the infrastructure going between the Google spreadsheet and excuse me to the Google or to the MySQL, I'm using Zapier, and it creates individual zaps which can have multiple actions on each of the zaps. Now, as you can see there, about 4 or 5 minutes has passed, and there's our update. So it's gone in automatically, and that allows us then to run as many queries as we like on the database once that data is gone in. So that's the video, and that's showing how it can be done automatically, which from a client's point of view, the client doesn't have to do anything. He has total access to the database for himself to use or for somebody else as a third party to use. So thank you very much.